The filling plug for the CVT fluid is located beneath the air intake hose or air intake plenum, just under there. So I need to remove this to be able to access it. Step 1, cover removal. Normal Phillips screwdriver, same as we've done in the past. There's a transmission there. The sticker that shows you the type of fluid you need, HCF2. The drain plug is right there on your left hand side on right hand drive vehicles. I'm better off removing this guard as well, this plastic guard, because when the fluid is draining, it will initially spout out that direction and it will splash all over. So these basically, I've got these push-in fittings there, so I just pop them with a flat, pop them out with a flat, then slide. So now that I've turned my wheel, I've got enough space to remove these other fittings on the side of the wheel, and I've got enough space because my drain plug is just behind the guard. There's a drain plug. This socket is a 3/8, by the way. You can see it's a female. So if you just take your 3/8 ratchet and slot it there, you're done. Right, my drain pin is in place. We said the drain plug is there by the side, but at the top we've got another plug there, and that's the one that I use for checking if I have sufficient fluid in the transmission. So instead of using a dipstick, this one uses a drip out method to check if you have sufficient fluid. drain plug, like most transmissions, on its tip it's got a magnetic tip in which you can check if you've got engine wear by simply by checking the amount of accumulation of iron filings there at the tip. While the fluid is draining at the bottom, I'm going to remove the air plenum. The bolts holding this bit are size 10mm sockets, so I'm just going to use this extension with my ratchet. So my ratchet is broken there, that's why I'm having to turn it fully. And I have to unscrew this bit there. Right, I'm too lazy to remove this harness and tube for that, but I now have enough clearance just there so I can now access it if I put a hose there and pump the transmission fluid. This is my fuel plug. So it's got a wire hook. I've decided to change the drain plug. This is the part number. It's the new one. Exactly the same as the old one. Refilling using the pump instead of a funnel. I don't have a long enough funnel to reach that tight space. So we're going to use the pump. I have a funny setup there because my transmission feel like where it slots in is not a threaded hole. So I can't screw in any of these threaded fittings, but the safest way to do it without spilling is to take that convoluted hose, put it at the end there, fit a straight, pull back, push, lock. And slot this inside the convoluted hose. trying to feel through it, through the about 49 Newton meters is what we need for the tightening torque on the plug, on the drain plug. You don't need to pump too much because the reservoir itself is at a higher elevation. Just need to observe that there is no spillage under the car. Just do this slowly until 3.5 liters is depleted. Then we'll do the gear change afterwards. Now we'll start the car, then shift the gears. Now time for the drip test. For the drip test, we have to make sure that the surface is flat. This is a 17 millimeter socket. Nothing coming out, so I'm going to put some more. So you repeat the procedure basically until it starts dripping. I don't want my video to be too long, but that's it really. Nothing much left. One last thing is, if you've got a washer for this plug, it's wise to replace it. I didn't have one this time round. And also when you're putting back this plug for the drip test, sufficiently 45 Newton meters should be enough. Apart from making sure that I'll top up sufficient quantity for me to get a few drips out there. Everything else just reverse order.